Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Motorsport Manager. And I'm back with the Predator Racing Group and my worst to best series. And it is the last race of the second season. And let's just go ahead and go right into the race. And I'm going to go with the 16th or above. We actually managed to get that last race, so hopefully we'll be able to get it again. And I'm actually hoping for bragging rights that we can pass Luigi with Santa Ana and not be in 19th and 20th for the driver standings. Seems like we're content with our parts, so we'll just go ahead with that. All right. Now, I did not save a lot of money for the preseason, and the reason is I'm probably not going to spend all that much money on the cars this season either, even though, holy crap. This is the first time I've seen this. So we've got, is it like a rain out for the practice? Well, I'm not going to be taking the practice, so I don't really, so I guess those are like maybe, thunderstorms, lightning storms that makes me very curious because that's the first time I've seen that bad of weather. But I am not going to be doing this practice, so unfortunately I won't be able to see exactly the effects that has on us. But I'll go ahead and do the car setup at the very least, because I'm assuming if I don't, that means the cars will be even further off than they would be if I left it entirely to the AI. So we'll do something like that, and then go slightly towards acceleration here. Like that, and I guess intermediates. I mean, I guess the AI will change it to wets when that's required. Okay, looks good to me. And then we'll go on to the downforce here, going to high. I mean, I would imagine possibly that the idea is when it's like a thunderstorm like that, you keep your guys in the pen and you wait until the weather improves, but I'm not actually sure. As I said, I've never seen weather that bad before. I would assume that if that was what happened during the race, that they might even postpone the race. I'm not really sure. All right, well, in any case, that's, I guess, an okay setup. Again, on intermediates, confirm that, and then we'll just go right on. Now, I don't know if there was supposed to be rain during the practice, but all right, let's go ahead and get the instant result here. All right. Now we finished dead last in that practice. And not really worried. We're going to finish dead last. All right, so the rain is slowed down quite a bit, but it still looks like it's a little wet. It's showing a little bit of rain here. And it looks like going out on intermediates is the right call, and it looks like the AI has already set that up. So I'm just going to go with race trim and intermediates here, as I don't feel like either of these bonuses really help us at this point of the season. And we did lose the fast pits here because of that one event, unfortunately. Okay, car setup. I'm just going to take the setup, but it looks like the AI did a decent job setting this up. I do want a full fuel, though, unless that hasn't happened. 75% optimization, it's not too bad. And I don't really know which way to improve things because I didn't take the practice. And then 87% is actually pretty good. I oftentimes struggle to get that. So, and it looks like we're fueled up there. So, that looks okay. Now, it will get pretty wet here, and we may have to come in for wets. So, I'm going to go ahead and just go with the push strategy for now, and we might even just stay with that. Because I'm going to assume temperatures are going to be on the low end. And here we go. Let's start the race. Now, I expect to be first and second on the grid, because that's our positioning as far as the driver standings. The dead last, two dead last positions. And, we go in reverse order. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start with Dior, who is in the front. And we don't have a lot of rain on the track yet, but that will continue to build up. Santa Ana has dropped down in one position. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up to maximum time here. And it looks like we're about to lose a position there. Dior is now down into second. We'll probably be down into third very shortly. We are down into sixth, now seventh, with Santa Ana. Continuing to lose places here, 9th and 5th. And I expect that to continue. Now, Santana has a good chance of actually passing Dior, but we'll have to see. Now we're in 9th and 11th, and it looks like it will continue to drop. Now, I didn't really pay too much attention. Where is, what was Luigi's last name? I don't actually remember. I mean, I'm sure it's something Italian sounding. Matter of fact, no. That's not it. It doesn't give me the first name, so I'm actually not sure. I should have probably paid attention there. I don't even know what team he's on either. I didn't really check that. All right, so we're in 14th and 15th. Santana is making moves possibly to pass, and there she just did. So she's in 15th. Yours in 16th. We're on our sponsorship target, but we'll have to see if we can actually maintain that. Now, the AI has a tendency to push their cars a little bit harder, so we'll have to see if we can stay out a little bit longer than they are going to. Now, it's going to be getting quite wet here. Probably a good idea to pit. As a matter of fact, a couple cars already did. My two cars are right next to each other, though. I'm going to go ahead and pit now with Santana, and then we'll see about Dior. Oh, yeah, we need to fuel up. Okay, that's going to be it. And should we pit Dior too? I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, the problem is that they're pitting at the same time. That will cost us time. Let's go ahead and get on these wets. Fuel up. It'll be a 9-second pit, and we don't have the quicker pits, unfortunately, with him. All right, well, that's going to be what it is. I think it's a massive disadvantage if we do not pit. And I expect the AI to do so. Alright, here we go. I'm into the pit lane. Dior is right behind Santana, so we're going to lose some time here for Dior. Santana comes out and back up into 15th, but losing to 16th and probably down to 17th at this point. That guy must have had a drive-through penalty, I'm going to guess. Alright, so I'm going to back off on the push order because temperatures are okay. I expect him to cool off, though. And let's just watch the water track. It looks like it's going to remain wet. Alright. Well, we're 17th, 18th. We're not dead last, but I don't know how much chance we're going to have to get into our sponsorship bonus. We'll have to see. No crashes. There might be crashes with it being wetter. And it looks like it's going to stay wet. Alright, I'm going to go to a push strategy at this point because of the temperature and the tires. Although that might be dangerous with a lot of water on the track. Speak of the devil, there is a crash right there. And this will allow us to catch up, as well as pass some people who just pitted. As a matter of fact, Santana gets up into 14th, and will keep that position. I didn't really feel the need to pit myself, because we just pitted. And it gave us some positions. Now, these guys are going to have a chance to catch up to us, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that the safety car is not out for too long. It says 1 lap left, so then more than likely will catch up to us. Which is unfortunate, because we had quite a gap there. Higher temps are going to be rather cool by the time this guy, safety car pulls off. Oh, there's actually 2 crashes. Oh, some pitting going on. Interesting. Somehow we actually got ahead of the safety car, too. I don't know how that works. So we're up into 5th and 8th. Alright. Well, the safety car will head into the garage. Granted, it's not even in front of us, so I don't even know. That's something that happens. I've seen this happen before. I don't know, why did that happen? Why did the safety car allow all these cars through? Because the whole idea is, you know, you have the safety car in front, And when it drives off, then, you know, you're keeping pace with the safety car. All right, well, we should be speeding up here. So let's go on to a push medium strategy. Although we might stick with this. Oh, that's hilarious. We're going to stick with this until the safety car officially goes off. That's weird. So we have quite a while. Because the safety car actually has to head off there. Now, okay, that was totally bugged. The safety car headed off now, and it was nowhere near, I think, the garage. But, oh well, now we're going. Alright, so we're going to be losing positions here. But we're back in the action at the very least. But, unfortunately, there's also there's no real gap behind us. Alright, so we're in 10th and 13th at the moment. And the pack is on top of Dior, so I expect him to be in last here pretty soon. Alright, well, let's see if Santana can hold her position. Now, some of these guys that stayed out on these tires, their tires are pretty worn down, but it is going to start drying off here. So we'll just have to see. Now, we see some sunniness here for a while, but it's going to take a while for that water to dry off, and if it goes back to raining, it may not actually dry off enough to get off of the two wet type of tires. Okay, so we just lost our sponsorship bonus, and we are in last place if it wasn't for the fact that there are 2 crashes that happen. We'll have to see if more crashes happen during this wet weather. May very well happen. The AI did stay out on those tires, so they must be pushing it to the limit to get to the point where the track dries off a little bit so we can switch to intermediates at the very least. Alright, we did pass somebody that must have had some kind of body contact or some other kind of damage. So we are up into 16th here. I'm going to keep an eye on the water. Yeah, there must have been body contact because we just passed the guy. Fuel-wise, we're good. Tire-wise, maybe not so much. But I want to wait until the water dries off before we even think about going in for another set of tires. We could do a pit here with Dior and switch to the intermediates. It will be a little bit wet when he does that, but hopefully when he comes out of the pit, we'll be ready for them. Santa Ana will keep out. And I may plan for the pit now, so we'll go ahead and do that. Intermediates. Fuel up. And do we even need that much fuel? As a matter of fact, we do. Alright, well, the problem is we're going to just run out of fuel, maybe. We'll see. We'll go with balanced pit. 12 seconds is quite a while, I guess, but now Dior is going to drop down because of this pit. Now, actually, maybe not, because somebody else pitted in behind him. That was probably a drive-through penalty. So that actually saved his position, although he probably won't maintain it that much longer. Okay, so he's complaining a little bit because of the change, but it will start drying off. And we needed to come in and get new tires anyway. Alright. Come on, get out of there. Alright, it hasn't quite dried off yet, even though it's showing it should be drying off. So we're going to be a little bit slow coming out of here at first. But it will dry off progressively. I think we just cost ourselves positioning, though, because of that switch. Okay, it's going to be dry enough to get those tires acting better, though. Some cars have made the switch. Maybe we did it a lap too soon. You can back off on these pushes, I just now notice. So we did it a lap too soon. Sometimes it's hard for me to gauge these things. That was probably bad strategy on my end, but I think we'll regain these positions because people are going to be coming in. Both these cars will, and we should be going faster now. So we should be catching up to these guys, at least in theory. All right, so we have some pitting going on. Unfortunately, we didn't get too much of an advantage here as they are just now coming out. At least we're in that 16th or above, and we do have a decent gap here. Now, it's going to be time to switch tires at some point. We just have to see and wait. There's another pit that just happened, but guy's too far ahead of us, so nothing doing there. I'm going to have to switch back to a push strategy. Just keep an eye on the how dry the track is. I think we're going to have to pit with both cars as far as fuel and everything is concerned, although we're very close to having enough fuel in Santa Ana's car. We're not being told that. I don't know if switching to dry tires will actually help us at all. We're still in 16th. I don't know if we did better than the guy that Santa Ana needs to do better than. And it was a few points at least, so I don't know even if we pass him if we'd make that up. Okay, the car in 17th is catching up to us, which I'm not happy about. I want to get this sponsorship bonus if I can. He does have mechanical problems, but I don't know if that's really going to help us too much. Alright, so there is only 5 more laps. Dior is going to have to pit for sure. Santa Ana we might be able to keep out. I don't know if it's going to ever get dry enough, though, to justify dry tires. I'm not really sure. But Dior over here, we are going to end up pitting. I'm just going to go ahead and have him pit now. We'll put him on inners, although that might be the wrong choice. And honestly, he only probably needs 1 lap worth of fuel, so we'll take that. And out you go. Then Santa Ana will just keep out. And I'm hoping that she has enough fuel to finish. Because there's no way for Dior to finish worse than he already is. Alright, you can back off the pushing, my friend. As can you. Oh no. Here we're in a little bit of trouble. I don't have any fuel, I think, to push with. At least not at the moment I don't. And this guy's right on top of us. I'm hoping that mechanical probably hurts him at the end of the race. Causes him to slow down. But it looks like we might lose our sponsorship here as this guy just passed us. I also am not sure if our tires will last till the end. I mean, there's some cars out here that have worse tires than we do. Oh, there we go. Something just blew on his car. Alright, so he wants to burn some fuel. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you burn fuel or not, my friend. Okay, track is drying. We're not going to pit, though. I'm not sure if Santa Ana's going to make it. Because this is the last lap, but she has to go... As a matter of fact, we want her to slow down. So the car in first passes her. And then we'll... Come on, pass me, pass me, pass me, pass me! Damn it! Because he didn't pass me, I have to make it around another time. If he had lapped me, we would have finished at the same time. Now we got to make it around on, like, no fuel. I mean, we're going to get 16th, but I'm hoping we don't have to retire because the tires blow out or some nonsense. All right. I should have reacted to that a little bit better, but we got across. All right, well that's gonna be the last of the season here. We're in 16th and 18th. Luigi did finish ahead of us, so as long as he doesn't get demoted, he did get more points than me. So we're not gonna be passing him. Okay. We do have some demotions, but none of them affected us. Now, we won't see as many demotions next season because the AI isn't going to be using illegal parts as much as they did in the past. That was one of the things they changed the AI, and I think the AI was still doing that because we were partway into the season when that update happened, and now that we're at the end of the season, I'm suspecting that next season we'll see almost no demotions because that's what I've seen in my other playthrough. All right, let's go ahead and continue here. We wrapped up the season. Unfortunately, we did not make up any ground on Luigi here. As a matter of fact, we probably lost ground, and we are going to be finishing in dead last. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, we tried for it. We did get our sponsorship, so, you know, it's something. Mostly because that one guy had something on his car blow out, maybe his gearbox or his engine, so allowed us to pass him easily. All right, well, hopefully we build up some relationship with this mechanic again. And we do a little bit and get our chairman happy with us again. All right, so let's continue here, get our money. And now it's time for the preseason. The winner of the Drivers' Championship is this person. And it looks like Firebird MRT is going to win this season, so they will be promoted. And we'll have to see who gets demoted. Hopefully somebody that's not, you know, a really, really great team. And then we've got a bunch of email to go through. I'm going to, again, not take the interview. Although that might have been a good call because sometimes you make your chairman happier with stuff like that. And we have our contract running out, which I'm going to allow to run out because I could care less about that guy. He's unhappy with us anyway because we demoted him. All right, I think we're pretty much good to go. As far as our headquarters, we still have 15 weeks, so we shaved off 5 weeks by doing that a little bit early. We only have about a 1.5 million to work with as far as our building our car, but we will get winnings for this season. As a matter of fact, we might as well progress to that. We probably got paused here because of the car repairs. Okay. Now we're going to get our prize money. So let's receive that. We're going to get 10 million. That's actually less than we got last year, and I don't really know what determines this. And it doesn't really expand it, so I don't know why we got 12 million last year and only getting 10 million this year. Not going to be us, no surprise. And the driver of the season was the guy that did the best. Okay, so that's pretty much that. We will also get money for our car to build it when we get to that stage, which should be soon. And our 2018 rules will be in effect. So spec gearboxes and wide slick tires are going to be the two changes that are in effect. And then the promotion is Firebird MRT, and Ruiz Motorsport will drop down to take their place. So that's going to be the team that is coming down. Okay, and let's continue here. Okay, and just to do it, I'm going to go in here, and we're going to improve the reliability of some of these parts. Doesn't really necessarily matter which parts we improve. We'll just go full on that. Pretty soon we won't be able to do this anyway. And let's continue. And we'll have the preseason start. And then we can start building our car. Okay. We need to get cracking on the chassis. So we get 7 million. I think that's pretty much the standard. If you don't adjust it, you can adjust it. I have taken a little bit of a look at the financial stuff. You can adjust how much money you have to spend on the car. Now, what we could do is we could go whole hog here and dump a ton of cash. We have cash, and it would probably, even if we dumped as much cash as we can, it would cost us less than the amount of money we have. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Let's see. We've got our engine supplier. It seems like you're either spending no money or you're spending a lot of money. Either way you look at it. I might actually go ahead with this one and spend as much money as we can, because there's not a whole lot of difference between these two price-wise, but mostly it's fuel efficiency you gain. So why not? We'll do as much money as we can there. Fuel supplier, I'll probably back off a little bit. We'll do Oceania instead. Material supplier, again, I'll probably back off here. I'm not going to take the weakest part, but I am going to take this one here. And then finally, we've got our brake supplier, and this is more of a difference. So these two are, it's only a slight improvement if we go with this one. This one, on the other hand, we gain quite a bit. You know what? I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the better thing here, because the thing that we're behind on is tire wear and tire heating. I'd like to do that maybe. So we spent 13 million. So that's 6 million above what we had saved for this, and we'll end up with a little over 5 million. Now, I think I may even get my financial discount for this. So in a way, we are also saving money. So 13 million, it's not too bad. We did do definitely spend more money than we did last year. All right, let's go ahead and continue with that. And it's only going to be 12 million, again, because of my discounts for the financial background. So we save some money there. And hopefully we'll have a better car for next season. Okay. I don't know if we have money to really build up our headquarters or not, but that is something that I could do. Like, for instance, I could grab a forecasting center for 6 million. That's going to happen in 16 weeks. And if we do that now, it will not get done until probably into next season. But I think it's, worth starting. I'm hoping you can build more than one building at once. All right, well, we'll do it. 6 million here. And we get to save some as well. So we have some cash in the bank. Now, I'm not going to be spending so we're building and we're upgrading. So you can do both at once. It just doesn't there we go. All right, well, that's informative to me. So I don't know how many weeks the preseason usually lasts, but we'll get the upgrade design center a couple weeks before we'll get the forecasting center. The forecasting center will definitely help us, especially, having insight into what the weather's going to be like further down the line, which is mostly what you get out of that. Well, in any case, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.